Welcome back, everybody. Today is New Comic Book Day. This is number 70, and it's the first one in March. I think today's day is March 4th. Yeah, March 4th, New Comic Book Day. It's going to be a good one. I'm outside of Casablanca Comics. As you guys can see, Casablanca Comics, they always got the hookups. And yeah, today's going to be a great New Comic Book Day. As we can see on the pull list, we have a new arc of Batman starting up. We got a new arc of Batgirl starting up. We have two absolute titles with Superman and The Flash. We have the conclusion to DCKO and the conclusion of Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees. So I'm really hyped for today. Great New Comic Book Day. But let's get into the comic book reviews for last week. Just really quick. There was a lot of them, so we're going to get through them pretty quickly. And then once I get home, I'll show you guys the comic book haul. Of course, every single Wednesday I'm bringing you guys the haul. But then I'm also going to get into my March TBR. We're going to go around my comic book room, pick out what I'm reading in the month of March. With that being said, the first comic book review for Absolute Wonder Woman number 17. I'm going to be giving Absolute Wonder Woman 17 a 4.5, another excellent issue. I wish Absolute Zatanna stayed around for a little bit, but I guess she's going to be a pretty prominent character in this arc, so that's pretty cool. Absolute Martian Manhunter number 9, a great issue, another 4.5. Almost a perfect issue. I really love what Dennis Camp and Javier Rodriguez are doing. The story is really interesting right now, and I think the art is just some of the best comic book art on stands. Ultimates number 21, we're going to give this one a number 4 out of 5. I thought this was really solid. It was great stuff from Dennis Camp, and I just love the political commentary that he injects in the, all of his stories pretty much, but the Ultimates pretty heavily. Let's jump all the way down to The Peril of the Brutal Dark and Ezra Kane Mystery, a 4.5, a great issue. I think this sets us off on such a strong start for this DC Vertigo title. Chris Conn and Jacob Phillips just killing it. Is Ted okay? I'm going to give Is Ted okay a 5 out of 5. One of the best single issues of the year so far. I think Dave Chisholm is really just in his element. He's doing the writing and the drawing in this one. Post-capitalist future society, kind of like Total Recall, or kind of like, I don't know, Blade Runner type of vibes. And yeah, just the splendid artwork from Dave Chisholm. Excellent stuff. Power Fantasy number 16. We're going to give it a 4.5. Love the way that this one ended kind of the arc, and I'm excited to see what Casper Wingard and Kieran Gillen can bring us in the future for the series, because this isn't the end. It's kind of the beginning in a weird way, so pretty cool stuff there. Universal Monsters Phantom of the Opera. I'm going to give this one a 4 out of 5. Strong start to the series. Strong start to a Universal Monsters title. Quite possibly could be the best one at the end of the day. We'll keep our eyes on that. Escape number 6. Strong issue. I'm giving it a 4 out of 5. Loving the artwork from Daniel Acuna. The scenario is really interesting as we find this anthropomorphic bear. He's trapped behind enemy lines. He's captured by the Nazis, and he's got to blow up this big cannon so the U.S. can win the war. I'm loving everything Rick Remender and Daniel Acuna are doing on that one. Superman number 35. Strong entry into the DCKO. I'm giving it a 3.5 out of 5. Nothing super crazy. I think the artwork from Eddie Barrows was probably the highlight, and I like all the stuff with Superboy Prime. I think it's pretty interesting. Justice League Unlimited number 16, solid issue, nothing too crazy. I do like the redemption that they gave one of the characters, so we're going to give it a 3.5 out of 5 stars, and that's the last week's comic books reviewed. But quickly, let's jump into this week's pull list, because I'm always curious for the pick of the week what the rest of the community is picking. So I think I'm going to go with Absolute Superman. Who am I kidding? Oh, wow. Okay, so the 27% of the community is going Batman number 7. My pick of Absolute Superman coming in second. DCKO holding it strong at number 3rd. And I'm surprised people are loving Absolute Flash as much as they are. I feel like the talk online, people don't talk about it, but people are pulling it for sure. And then I love seeing Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees holding down that last spot, the conclusion to Patrick Horvath's series. So really excited about that. But let's go into the comic book store, get the haul, go back home, go over the haul, and then we'll get into what I'm reading in the month of March. And yeah, I'll catch you guys back at home. Just got back from Casablanca Comics. You guys see the haul, nice big one with a bunch of extras. Let's start with the extras actually. So we have the compact comic for Nightwing, Leaping into the Light. You guys know I'm trying to collect all the compact comics. Another one came out today, I believe, and some great stuff from Tom Taylor, Bruno Redondo. The other extra for today, with everybody talking about Static, right? I gotta read some Static, so I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I got the Static Playing with Fire DC Finest. Of course, this has got Dwayne McDuffie material in here, just some classic Static material that I've never read, and I cannot wait to get into that. I think I'm gonna try to read that this month. If you guys stick around, I'll be choosing my March TBR. We also have the Marvel Team Up Facsimile for Invincible and Spider-Man. the Corey Walker and Dave McCaig cover A. Excited about that little fun facsimile, never hurt nobody. I like decorating my room with facsimiles. We have the Absolute Superman issue 17. Excited to see what Absolute Parasite is all about. From the cover here, it looks like Absolute Superman and Absolute Hawkman might be teaming up. So that might be pretty cool to see. We have Absolute Flash as well, so double Absolute Day today with issue number 12. I've been liking what Jeff Lemire's doing. The last 3 or 4 issues have really picked up. The new arc for Batgirl starts now with number 13. So if you guys are looking to jump onto the Batgirl title, now is a perfect time. Tate Bromwell Miyazawa just killing it. And looks like she has the power to control blood. So yeah, see what's going on with that. Batman number 7, another start to an arc. If you guys are looking to jump on the Batman title from Matt Fraction and Jorge Jimenez, now is the perfect time for that as well. Looks like the Joker is going to be playing a big role in the next arc. Batman Green Arrow, The Question, Arcadia, drawn and written by Gabriel Hardman. The only thing he's not doing is the coloring, I believe, because the coloring's from Romulo Ferrardo Jr. But yeah, some classic sort of feeling Question Green Arrow and Batman material there for a DC Black Label series. The conclusion to DC KO with issue number 5. Excited to see how Scott Snyder and the team close this one out. Really, really epic stuff in the last couple issues. All the tie-ins have been real great. So yeah, let's see how they close it out. And then the conclusion to Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees with Rite of Spring, issue number 6, Patrick Horvath. Let's see how he closes out this one. Very highly anticipating this one. The end of issue 5 was an absolute cliffhanger. So we'll have to see if Samantha can get out of the situation, or honestly, I kind of want her to get caught. She's not, you know, she is a killer. She is a serial killer, so maybe hopefully she gets caught. Nice House by the Sea, issue number 8, DC Vertigo title. Issue 7 was incredible. We're back. We're back. Nice House by the Sea. James Tynion written series with Alvaro Martinez Bueno on the art. Jordi Belair, of course, on the coloring. Just an excellent example of like a creative team just firing in all cylinders. Some excellent stuff in the Nice House by the Sea. But that's what we have for today's new comic book day. That's the haul. Let's get into what I'm reading in the month of March. So yeah, we're here in the comic book room. I think right off the bat, we're gonna choose the Static, dude. DC Finest just picked it up today. And I want to read some Static material, man. So we're going to try to read this in the month of March. That's going to be my first thing on the monthly to read list. I'm only reading trade paperbacks this month. I don't know if I said that. I think I'll title it this, but I don't know if I said it verbally. We're also going to read this Greg Rucka Wonder Woman volume number 1. So I want to read some Greg Rucka Wonder Woman material, just some Wonder Woman material in general. I think this will be a good pick for the month. It looks like this includes a lot of the Wonder Woman by Greg Rucka material, Wonder Woman, the Hecatia, and Wonder Woman issues number 195 to 205. So a nice big chunk there. That'll be a fun read. We're also reading Spectators, Brian K. Vaughan, Nico Henriken. This is a advanced reader's copy that Image was kind enough to send me. So this was originally a digital only series, I believe, but Image handled the physical releases. I think it's originally, if you find it at the store, it's hardcover, but I have this nice trade because it's advanced reader copy. So that's pretty fun. That's going on the monthly TBR. We got to read a DC compact every single month, and The Court of Owls has been teased in the Absolute Batman series. So I think I'm going to read this. The Batman Court of Owls saga, of course, Scott Snyder, Greg Capullo. I haven't read the material in this since I first started reading comics. So it's been a very, very long time. Looking forward to getting a refresh on the Court of Owls. And yeah, some classic Batman New 52 stuff. Scott Snyder, Greg Capullo. Gotta love it. And then the last thing for this month, we gotta read some Ed Brubaker. You guys know me. So we're gonna be reading Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips, The Fade Out. Never read The Fade Out. I guess I'm kind of into the, pulp noir genre, obviously, but the fact that this takes place in Hollywood, I find that a really interesting setting. And I'm looking forward to, recently picking up that Vertigo series, The Peril of the Brutal Dark and Ezra Kane Mystery, and this gives me sort of the same vibe. So yeah, as I'm flipping through it. So yeah, we're gonna pick this for our March TBR. And I think that'll do it, man. We got a nice stack of trade paperbacks only. You guys know I like to mix in hardcovers, but I thought this month I might go and try to challenge myself by doing trades only. So we have the Static DC Finest, we have the Fade Out Ed Brubaker Sean Phillips story, we have Greg Rucka's Wonder Woman, nice big chunk of that series there. We have Spectators, a Brian K. Vaughan series that I've honestly heard a lot of mixed things about, but I want to form my own opinion, of course. So we got Spectators. And then the last thing, we got that compact comic, dude. So Batman, The Court of Owls, some Snyder and Capullo goodness there. So that's what we have, man. Everything I'm looking to read in the month of March. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this new comic book day video. You guys know every single Wednesday, I'm bringing you a new comic book day video. Let me know down in the comments, what did you pick up for today's new comic book day? And of course, while you're down there leaving that comment, like if you like, sub if you love. I do this every single week, man. So thank you guys for watching another new comic book day, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.